Welcome to video 3 of this training series. This one is gonna blow you away. When I discovered the traits of virality, it felt like I was having my eyes open to the existence of the Matrix, only with less explosions, guns, and computer-generated villains trying to take over the world. It was like a light bulb went off, and from that moment onward, everything made sense. It made me realize that behind every big hit, every platinum record, every billion-dollar movie, even the most popular YouTube videos, was a person specifically crafting that content for virality. And it gave me the key to driving as much attention online as I wanted. And because of that, it allowed me to design the exact life that I wanted to live. How? Well, as you learned in the previous video, attention equals money. If you know how to reliably attract attention online for free, then you've got an income stream that you can profit from for the rest of your life. See, once I figured out the process, I just had to follow it and repeat the steps to consistently drive hundreds of millions of views and millions of dollars in revenue. Learning viral marketing is what made Simple Pickup and all of our future channels and businesses a huge success. That was the tipping point. It's what allowed Kong and I to go from broke college students to thriving entrepreneurs. And it's the reason I'm making this video for you right now, instead of working some dead-end job hating life. And I hope this video, along with the final one, will be the spark that allows you to figure out your own path in life too. We're giving you a piece of our premium content that is normally only available to paying customers. That's how much I want this information to get to you. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create viral content that takes the internet by storm. You'll know the exact psychological triggers to hit if you want people to get touched by your content and feel compelled to share it with their friends. In fact, you might even feel a little weird at first. It's probably gonna make you question a lot of times in the past when you personally shared a video. Back when you were just a viewer, not a creator, and watched as something was thrust from obscurity into the limelight, seemingly out of nowhere. From now on, you'll know how it really happens. You'll see a viral video and then think, holy shit, that's trait number 2. That's why it got 2 million views. You're gonna look at video content through a totally new perspective. And it's all because of the traits of virality. Like I said before, this is one of the key pieces in the system we've developed for building successful YouTube channels. The traits of virality, along with the remix strategy you learned in video 2, are a few of the ways you can prime a video to go viral. Oh, and if you haven't fully watched video 1 and 2 in this series, pause this video right now and go watch those first. Trust me, this content is a lot more valuable when you progress through the lessons in the right way. But back to today's lesson. Instead of making content that no one sees and much less shares, you're going to create content from day one like a true viral marketing professional. I don't want to make you wait any longer, so here are the traits of virality. A lot of people think that the only way to get millions of views on YouTube is luck, but that's just not true. Here's how we know. There are plenty of people that consistently go viral over and over again. What do they know that you don't? Let me tell you. The golden rule of viral videos is elicit an emotional response. This is the key. And this doesn't just apply to videos, this applies to all content. Think about every phenomenal book you've ever read, every great movie you've ever seen, every song that's ever moved you. All of these things made you feel something, and that's why you love them so much. That's why you share them with your friends. Videos are no different. The best videos elicit an emotion from you. Happiness, sadness, anger, nostalgia, hope, laughter, inspiration. Think about your loved ones. They share things with you because they want to share the experience with you. They want you to feel the same emotions they felt. It's one of the ways that humans connect with one another. As you create your content, ask yourself this important question. What do I want my audience to feel? You should probably write that down somewhere. It's really important. Getting your audience to experience emotions isn't luck. There's a science to doing it effectively. After a few years of making viral videos on YouTube, we realized that we were using the same traits over and over again to elicit an emotional reaction from our viewers. In fact, we put them on posters in every room of our office. That's how important they are. So here are the top 3 ways to elicit emotion from your audience. These 3 traits are responsible for hundreds of millions of views on our channel. These are the same traits you'll notice in most viral videos that exist. And no, that's not a coincidence, it's a science. Each of these traits enables you to elicit a strong emotional reaction from your viewer. Challenge people's assumptions. The power in challenging assumptions lies in shocking your viewers into wondering if they've been thinking about something the wrong way all along. When your viewers' assumptions are challenged like this, they feel the need to share the experience with their friends who will be just as surprised. Now, I'm not saying you need to reveal the dirty secrets of big corporations. Just take that concept and apply it to your idea. For example, we did a video challenging the assumption that looks are the most important quality in a potential mate. We took a confident guy and gave him an aesthetic handicap, and we proved that he was still able to get dates. These kinds of videos are all over the internet because when people hear they might be wrong about something, their ears perk up. Trait 2. Have a unique perspective. People tune out things they've seen a million times before. There's a subconscious phenomenon called banner blindness. It's like when you're desensitized to every scammy banner ad, your brain doesn't even register them anymore. When you don't have a unique perspective, you become the equivalent of this. Having a unique perspective isn't as difficult as it sounds. You just need to explain your message in a way that isn't immediately obvious or cliche. That's it. Ask yourself, how many times has this exact idea been done before? The fewer people who've already done this, the better. Or your idea is really bad. But that's for the world to decide. Here are a few people who apply unique perspectives. In this video, Anna Akana gives her audience a makeup tutorial, but instead of just doing what every other makeup channel does, she adds her own unique perspective.
Kindness. I think we tend to overlook this one the most. I see a lot of girls who are way too kind.
This video is titled How to Lose Weight, but it's actually about dealing with heartbreak.
No.
This video is about speaking freely, but it's actually mocking advertisements while using only B-roll.
We just sat through like a minute of stock footage and haven't said anything about what we do.
This video is about the history of Japan, but it's told through humor and clever editing instead of a boring lecture.
Then the emperor overthrows the shogunate. Then the shogunate overthrows him back and moves to Kyoto and makes a new shogunate. And the emperor can still dress like an emperor if he wants. That's fine.
This guy has a bunch of cooking tutorials, but these tutorials are really just a vehicle for his comedy.
And what you want to do is just firmly throw it against the wall.
When it comes to having a unique perspective, don't be afraid to get weird. The internet likes weird. Trait 3. Tell a story. Stories plant ideas, emotions, thoughts, and lessons in us. Stories are how we think and process the world. Stories bring us together in ways that share our common experiences. And for that reason, they are very, very powerful. So here's the power of good storytelling. If a guy is just coming out of a relationship, you could just tell him, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Or you can use storytelling to make that lesson 100 times more powerful. Like this. So a guy is clearly obsessed with this girl that doesn't like him back for a variety of reasons. Yet he's so blinded by his infatuation that he holds on to hope. And while he's doing that, he misses many other opportunities to connect with other girls. Eventually, she gets married and he realizes he wasted all that time pining for a girl that never liked him back. See the difference? You can have an underdog story, a twist at the end, a tragedy, a comedy, a rags to riches tale. There's an infinite amount of ways you can tell a story. As Shannon Turlington said, telling stories is as basic to human beings as eating. Think about it. We watch movies and television, play video games, read books, comics and cartoons, listen to songs, look at art, see performances of plays, dance and operas, and tell each other stories around the dinner table or a campfire. And we have always done this since we learned to communicate with one another and figured out how to scratch drawings on a cave wall. To connect with people, tell a story. Here's a bite-sized recap. Every single thing we've discussed here is about eliciting an emotion. Challenge assumptions and you'll hook your audience. Have a unique perspective and people will give you their attention. Tell a story and you'll play on people's basic desire to connect with others. The internet has proven time and time again that incorporating these traits results in shares and views. Here's the proof. Go on your favorite website and look at what's popular. Everything you see will incorporate at least one of these traits. So, what qualifies as a successful video? The next time you sit down to create a piece of awesome content, ask yourself, what do I want my audience to feel? Pretty cool, right? When we realized these traits, it completely changed our lives. We started implementing them in our videos on purpose rather than just accidentally, and our channel absolutely blew up. It was the secret behind almost all of our most viral videos. And yes, it was by design. These weren't random viral hits. They were calculated based on the emotions we wanted to elicit, the story we wanted to tell, and the unique perspective we wanted to convey. In the video you just watched, we mentioned one of our most viral videos ever, Fat Guy Tinder Date. If you've seen the video before, you probably just thought it was funny and relatable and didn't think any further. But no, it was one of our best uses of the traits of virality to date. How well did the traits work? To date, the video has gotten over 14 million views. 14 million views from a single 4-minute video. That's the power of the traits of virality. And now you understand why learning how to be successful on YouTube is so valuable. In a moment, I'm gonna walk you through what your roadmap to success is going to look like. But first, I wanna clarify one thing that I bet you're confused about. Often, after our students learn about the traits of virality, they'll say, but if you teach me and other people these strategies and we start using them, then won't they lose their value? Which makes sense on paper, but that's not how YouTube works. See, YouTube isn't a zero-sum game. There isn't some limited number of views to go around, and you aren't carving a slice of the attention pie every time you get a view. If I have a video that goes viral and it gets 5 million views, those views didn't come from some limited bank of views. Think about it. How does something go viral? By being shared. And there's no limit to the number of times you can share a video with your friends. In reality, there's an unlimited number of views to go around. YouTubers aren't competing with each other because there's literally no way the internet could get too overcrowded with viral content. And that brings me to my next point. The roadmap. The other big question my students have is, how quickly will I see results? Here's a good way to estimate it. Let's pretend like you're only going to work on your channel in your free time. I mean, if you're able to go full time, the sky is the limit, but everybody's not in that situation. If you've only got 5 to 6 hours a week to spend on your channel, then you can probably make somewhere between 1 to 3 videos per week. Not bad, but again, that's nowhere near what you'd be able to put out if you were going full time. With our growth hacking strategies, it'll take you between 1 to 2 months to get your video views in the range of 10 to 30,000. Now, I bet that sounds like a lot of work just to get 30,000 views on a video. But keep in mind, even at that small level, you'll already have brands trying to promote your channel. At that view range, brands will pay you hundreds of dollars for a quick shout out at the end of a single video. Do the math. If you land a handful of brand deals every month, you'll already be encroaching on a full-time income. Plus, you'll have advertising revenue coming in from YouTube. That puts another $500 or so in your pocket per month. And that's without even mentioning the more hands-on and more lucrative monetization methods like selling merchandise. Aria, one of our students, went the merchandise route, and in 1 month was able to sell over $20,000 in t-shirts. And here's a hint. He used a website called Teespring that handles everything for you. All you do is send out a link to your fans and they handle the rest for a small cut of the profits. And we haven't even mentioned digital products yet, AKA the reason we're able to make millions of dollars on Simple Pickup every year. Is this starting to make sense? To put it bluntly, if you want to make a shit ton of money and design your dream life, YouTube's easily the most effective place to do it. Now, let's recap what you've learned so far, and then I'll explain the one big elephant that's still in the room. First, you came up with your magical channel idea that will turn your passion into a profitable career. Second, you learned how to use the remix strategy to find video ideas that are primed to go viral. Third, today, you learned the exact psychological triggers to use to force your videos to get shared around the internet and attract millions of views. So what's left? What's missing? Well, one pretty damn big thing, a step-by-step process you can follow that virtually guarantees success. Everything we've taught you so far is just a small slice of what we know. And if I had to guess, I bet you still have a bunch of questions. Questions like, what are the exact steps I should take to go from 0 to 6 figures in profit? How do I get my first 1,000 subscribers as fast as possible? How you get people to find your videos in the first place? Or how you can meet like-minded people that you can partner with to create a channel? And I'm sure you have a bunch of other questions too. Maybe you had a hard time coming up with your channel idea. Maybe you got stuck along the way and you're worried that you won't have enough free time to make all of this a reality. Or maybe you just feel a bit overwhelmed by all this information. Don't worry, that is completely normal. I've given you a ton of new information over the past few videos. It's natural to feel overwhelmed. In fact, it's a good thing. It means you're really ready to do this. In the final video, we're gonna answer every single one of your questions and we're going to lay it all out for you. Everything will make sense once you watch the next video. See, we've poured everything we know into a step-by-step system. You've learned the first few steps, but obviously there's still a lot